Okay, this little project that I worked on is something that I used AI to help me manage my usage of AI. So within the Chat GPT desktop app, buried in one of the menus, you get a percentage of time you have remaining. And you got to keep going into that to see it. And as you work throughout a day, if you come to the end of your window, you have two things that can happen. One is you've used too much of the AI and you run out before your window is up, or your time window. Usually it's broken into like a 1 week segment. Or you've paid for that whole week, but you haven't used it enough. So what I like to do is as I'm working with it, I like to keep an eye on what is actually happening with my account. And I don't want to have to keep burrowing down into a UI to look at what it is. So another app that I wrote for the for my own usage is something that keeps track of um, basically dates, future appointments, dates, birth dates, anniversaries, things like that. My brain kind of works on dates. I thought the idea of creating a special one that would allow me to have it float within the window, my Windows machine, but stay on top of everything else. So if we look here in the video, this is a window that is behind it with this performance monitor is just an example of what I have here. It doesn't really matter what window gets brought. Here's my actual ChatGPT window, but I have this designed to always stay on top of everything. And a little handle here that I can move it around the screen and it always is going to stay on top of whatever. And I have it programmed context menu here, and I can do things like change the size of it, make it smaller, or I can bring it back. I usually like to have something like this just floating in the corner of my monitor, a big enough view that I can see it at a glance, but I can also change like the opacity of it. Go in here and make it a little more subdued. It makes it a little harder to see. It still is even though this is floating here, this is going to act on what's behind it. So I can close this window. See there. So it ends up being a neat little tool for me to keep a good glance at what's going on. And it doesn't even have to be from the OpenAI. This is using the OpenAI API behind the scenes to dynamically change this. So it knows that my window is closing next Thursday at 12:21 a.m. And it knows that I have 97% of my usage left available. And this is just a countdown clock. So I got 6 days, 9 hours, and so on. I just thought it was kind of interesting to use AI to create a tool to help me manage AI.